Hey guys, welcome back to Dude We Can Fix It. Super pumped today. We got a new camera, so hopefully you will notice an improved video quality. Always trying to make it better for our viewers, so please enjoy this. Today, we're going to be recharging the AC on this car. You might notice in your personal vehicle that your AC doesn't blow as cold as it used to. And so a lot of times what will happen in an older vehicle, you will develop a leak in your refrigerant system, and you may need to periodically recharge it or find the leak and replace a component. So if you go the route of replacing a faulty component because you have a severe leak, what you're going to want to do is pull a vacuum on your AC system and recharge it by weight. You can find the amount and type of refrigerant most of the time inside the hood of your car. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, if you have a small leak that say takes a few months before you start noticing that your AC is not cooling as well, you may not want to spend the money to replace a component. You might just want to recharge it to limp it along a few more months. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. All right, so let's pop the hood and take a look. All right, so we can see here that this car uses R134A refrigerant, which is the most prevalent refrigerant on the market today, PAG oil, and a quantity of 0.9 pounds of refrigerant. All right, so let's go ahead and remove our high pressure cap and connect our high pressure connector from our gauges. And open that up. And now let's remove our low pressure cap. Now we'll go ahead and connect our low pressure side of our gauges. It's a bit of a tight spot. We'll go ahead and screw this in to open this valve. All right, so now we got our gauges hooked up. I'm going to turn the vehicle on, turn the AC on, and see what our pressures look like. We can see that right now it's sitting at 100 PSI. On the high pressure and low pressure side, they are equalized because the car's not running, the AC is not engaged. So ideally, with the AC on high in the car, we should be looking around 35 PSI on the low side and 225 on the high side. That would be a nice, healthy operating pressures. We could see that with the engine running, we had about 25 PSI on the low side and a little over 100 on the high side. So this vehicle is definitely low on refrigerant. Also, by grabbing the larger line set in the back where the low pressure hose was connected, we could feel that it was not very cold and it was not condensating or sweating water off of it. So we're going to go ahead and use one of these small cans. I've screwed on this can tap. I've screwed in the top to puncture the seal, and now I'll attach it to this hose, and we'll use this to recharge the system until we get better pressures and colder air. All right, so this is screwed all the way down. Now I will unscrew this. That will allow refrigerant to flow from this can into this line set, into the gauges, and into the vehicle. So now I will open up the low side. Keep the high side closed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the vehicle on, run the AC at full blast, and let this charge. You can see right here that we are still just over 25 PSI, and when the compressor turns on, it goes down. So we want to keep charging this until it's sufficiently or stabilizes at 35. All right, so we charged up the AC until we got right between 35 to 40 PSI on the low pressure side, and we're a little bit low on the high pressure side, but we're right around 200. Normally that's going to be closer to 225 to 250, depending on the load, whether it's outside in the heat, driving, all kind of factors like that. This has electric fans, so you should be able to get this pretty close to 35 on the low pressure and 225 on the high pressure. You're going to be mostly focused on the low pressure side, however, so make sure that's between 35 and 40. So we're right here at 40 PSI, and that means that this is charged up. Now, if you're replacing a component and you want to get the charge exactly right back to factory, once again, you need to remove all the refrigerant, put this under a vacuum, and then weigh your refrigerant in to what it says on the sticker here, which is 0.9 pounds. All right, make sure we turn these to the closed position. Pull up on this knurled knob right here. Remove your high pressure side and then your low pressure side. All right guys, that's how you top off the refrigerant in your car to make sure your AC is blowing at maximum efficiency. And like I said before, if you're replacing components, you need to do a vacuum on the system and recharge it by your factory weight, which I'll do another video on that and put it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your bell notifications for future videos. And as always, dude, we can fix it.